Hey, what's up? Here's Eugene from Livewire. right. Now, I want the music to be in the background. Hope it's not too loud now. Or, yeah, maybe I'll reduce it slightly even more. Okay, cool. So, good evening. Welcome to Livewired, the boring stream. And there's nothing special today. I'm just gonna work on some of my guitars. Oh, not really. Not all of them are mine. Some of them I just gotta fix and, you know, find out what's wrong with them, what can I do, what I cannot do, and then eventually fix them here in the stream. And I'm gonna talk about the Black Friday deals, what I'm gonna get and what not, what's my plan. So if anybody joins, feel free to ask your questions. Let's talk, and maybe you wanna let me know what you're going to buy, what you're not going to buy. Yeah, just let me know in the chat. I'll look there every now and then. And now I have to displace my MPC live here. Can disconnect the keyboard as well, because I'm gonna need that space for them guitars, right? Hope there will be enough space. Okay, let's remove the keyboard. Now, let me talk about the guitars I'm going to work on for a bit. So generally, I'm going to fix some guitars in this stream and in some future streams, because this is kind of my hobby. I like to do that. Sometimes I fix the guitars of my friends, and sometimes I buy something used, you know, and then refurbish it, and maybe I'll keep the guitar then if I like it a lot, or I sell it if I do not, or if I, you know, need money or whatever. This is just my hobby. So today I'm gonna be looking at 3 guitars that I most likely will not be keeping after I'm gonna fix them up. Well, maybe I'll keep one, but the thing is I have too many guitars and I don't really have any space anymore. If you take a look at the background there, that IKEA Pax drawer, this is my custom guitar cabinet, where like I think 16 guitars are in there right now, maybe 15. There's space for 16 guitars now. I have 2 guitars here standing behind me. You know, I have a lot of guitars, so yeah, I try to like have different sounds and different types of guitars, like, you know, your normal electric guitar like a Telecaster, or a Les Paul by Gibson, or some metal guitars, because I do like metal a lot. Some 7 strings, like 6 string baritones, and I got an acoustic guitar and 12-string guitar. You know, when I have just different possibilities of creating sounds, creating songs. Yeah, of course, a few basses as well, and whatnot. So today I'm gonna be working on 3 guitars, as I said, and I'll start with the one which is kind of interesting, and the one that I'm doing another video about right now. And this is basically the end of the video. Let me show you first. So this one is a Hofner violin bass, and it's a very old guitar, bass guitar. You probably know it because Paul McCartney of the Beatles played this guitar, and this one is actually from the time when he played the guitar. So I don't think it's exactly his guitar, but it's I think it's been built between 1964 and 1965. I did some research on that. And what I did, I tested the electronics, and the pod caps were really awful. They were basically, I don't know, burned or damaged over time. So I had to order some replacement knobs. I had to drill the holes brighter because it didn't fit the pods. But now it looks much more pristine, I'd say, much more deluxe. I like the finish of it. Yeah, check the electronics. The electronics is fine, and it's really in original shape. No crackles, no excess hum or something. Pretty weird that the guitar that obviously has been used over time, that the electronics is basically very good. All like caps, all electronics is original as well. Nothing has been done as far as I could tell. Yeah, so I cleaned it up, polished it slightly, just to make it look slightly better. And what I'm actually doing today, I have to restring it because it had really old crappy strings on them. So I wanna, put some fresh strings on it, and set it up, check the clearance, and eventually I will connect it to some kind of a bass plugin or something like that, and let you, listen to what it sounds like. It's not my kind of instrument, to be honest. I'm more into real electric stuff. But this is cool, and it sounds actually pretty cool for bass guitar such old, and it's hollow body, so it's basically really kind of like a violin, but it's a bass. So this is gonna be the first guitar I'm gonna be working at. And there's another one, and this is an Epiphone SG. It's really nothing special, but I'm kind of interested. It has like this wax everywhere. So the previous owner kind of suggested that this wax may be coming from the pickups. I don't really know if that's a thing or if it's something else. I mean, you have some wax stains here and here, but also here, but none of them are here. So I'm gonna clean this thing up, check if it sounds, because probably if the waxing is like kind of away, so it's like molten away from the pickups, then I guess that they kind of be getting noisy. Well, anyway, I'll put them out to check if they're okay and whatnot, and maybe give it a slight clean, because it actually looks quite okay. Got some the frets seem to be used, but okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Epiphone guitars, to be honest. They're good guitars basically, but somehow I never was a friend of Epiphone guitars. I had one, a Flying V guitar with a Floyd Rose system back in the day, which is really great, but I sold it years ago. Okay, so I see that the pickguard is also kind of deformed here. Probably it stood in the sun too long or so. Yeah, gotta find it out, gotta clean this wax off and see what happens. Alright, see how much it costs. I'm not gonna keep it anyway. I'll be definitely selling this. And the third one is an Ibanez Jam Junior, from what I see. Steve Vai signature. You know it instantly because of the hole in the body, and of course it says Steve Vai on the fretboard. And yeah, looks nice. I think this one is one of the cheaper ones. It's not a Japanese guitar. It's made in Indonesia, which is, by the way, not something bad. I played some Indonesian guitars that were pretty rad. In fact, I've got an LTD guitar here, H401 or something like that, and this is one of my favorite guitars. I love it. Sounds extremely great, plays great, good quality guitar. Basically play it almost every day. It's like my go-to guitar if I just want to, you know, exercise something or, you know, do something. Grab it, stands all the way. So this one has the Marzio pickups in here. The Ibanez actually looks quite cool. No, if you take a look at the neck, yeah, it's kind of doesn't look very deluxe. It's more on the cheaper side, right? But the body looks good. Could be your guitar like for 1,000 maybe less, maybe more, I don't know. I'm gonna check that. And just these jumbo frets here, and yeah, the neck is dirty and the fret would need some cleaning and sanding probably as well. Just generally this guitar would be better off if I clean it. I'll check if the electronics are all right. So I have really some boring evening program. But if you drop in and have some questions, want to see something, want to tell something, let me know. Okay. So let's prepare the desk for the work. Yeah, now we'll make a break and talk about Black Friday stuff, because Black Friday is coming and many manufacturers of software and hardware like already kicked off, like pre-Black Friday or early Black Friday or whatever they call it. So I'm gonna be talking about what I'm going to get, as I said already. Okay, let's see if we can get this done here. Okay. This is enough space here. Maybe I should place the focus slightly higher. Or to the left. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. Let's look at what we got here. Some gloss, some guitar polish and whatnot. Okay. Good. Okay, now I gotta find the strings. This world needs a hero is back. Hey mate. Thank you. The quality is good. Nice. Basically the one at the top is my iPhone. It's an iPhone Pro Max 15. Yeah, 15. I'm just upgraded to 17, but didn't set it up yet. Basically because of the camera for the streaming. And the face cam is a Sony Alpha 7 Mark II, I think. Yeah, so it's a full frame one. Also, I tried out any of the UAD guitar amp simulators. Yeah, in fact, I have a lot of them. I've got many Marshall models. I've got some Angle models, Diesel, the Fuchs, which is kind of dumble amp. I've got all kind of stuff, to be honest. So let me find the strings first. By the way, if you play guitar here, Optima strings from Germany are really cool. They're like gold coated and they last for forever, and they sound incredibly even after months and months. It's not an advertisement or something. I'm just sharing my experience. Okay, these strings are too thick. Yeah, these are probably too thick as well. Okay. So yeah, so the UAD guitar plugins are cool. I think many of them are made by Softube, if I'm correct, and really good quality, good sounding. I also got some Neural DSP plugins like Gajira X, John Petrucci, Nameless, 14 Nameless, and one more. Can't remember. I think it's that Soldano Kali, or what it's called, which is also awesome. Then of course I got my old Kemper that I own like for over 12 years by now, and got the Tonex one, which is also cool. The Guitar Rig, which is, yeah, Guitar Rig. Probably something else, but oh yeah, of course the Bogren Digital as well. I have like 8 or 10 plugins, like the Mesas, the BVs, the Trivium stuff, the Sub-Zero amps, which are also cool. Yeah, so I have quite a few guitar amp simulators here. All right, but I still need to find the strings for the bass, and the thing is I just cannot put the standard bass on strings on that violin bass because it's too fragile. They need some lighter strings, and I ordered some, but I now can't find them. Gotta look after them. I got them. How to deal with latency? I've been using the new Omnisphere 3 FX track on my audio racks on my guitar. Yeah, I heard that people do that. How do you like the Omnisphere, by the way? Because I heard a lot of good about this, and I was thinking about buying it, but you know, I just have too many sounds, too many plugins, and I first want to utilize them more, because I basically got everything by Arturia, almost everything by Native Instruments. I got the ReFX Vanguard and Nexus, the Steinberg plugins, obviously, and the Serum. There's so many plugins. Also, this new or old emulation of the virus models. You know, it's just too much. So Omnisphere is cool. I was using Omnisphere in the past. It's a great plugin by all means, but I just don't see me using it that much, because I already have so many synth like plugins, and obviously my Mini Freak, my TB3, and my Arturia Mini Brute. You know, it's just I'm basically covered with sounds, and I don't know where there's a big benefit for me by buying another plugin. I don't know, really. So, all right, let's get back to the bass. And this is the topic that I actually wanted to talk about regarding the Black Friday. This Black Friday is not a usual Black Friday for me, or I plan it not to be. And I'll tell you why a bit later. Yeah. So the Omnisphere thing is huge. You need to install a lot of gig, because it's a Rumpler, right? You load a lot of stuff into there. But yeah, so I mean, Omnisphere is one of the top line software instruments. You know, if you buy it, you know, you will not regret it. So it's really awesome. You can do a ton with this. Basically, if you have the Omnisphere, you probably don't need any other synth. Well, okay, maybe you do, but you get so much sounds in there and that are great that, you know, you can do a lot with this, and you'll be scrolling through the sounds like for years, and yeah, it will last forever. So congratulations on the Omnisphere. And yes, the people are using the rack for guitars. I heard that, and this is really cool. Yeah, exactly. This is, as I said, the Paul McCartney bass, and it's an original Hofner, indeed, and it is from what I researched about 1964 or 1965. Got that in a pawn shop and wanted to make it sound better, well, not sound better, but I had to fix some stuff, like clean it up, go through the electronics, remove the old cap pots, which were not good, pot caps. They were like completely red down and black. They looked like awful. So I bought new ones. Yeah, obviously gonna restring that. And as I said, so this one is original. Old one, made in Western Germany, as it says. Had a lot of wear. By the way, as I said, I also am doing a video about this guitar. I want to try a new format. I hope people will like it. And this Hofner is one of the oldest instruments I had here. I had a few ones that were even older, but 1964 is like, yeah, pretty old. So for those who joined right now and didn't hear that at the beginning, it's kind of my hobby to work on some older guitars or even some new guitars or cheaper guitars. I just enjoy bringing them back in good shape, set them up, make them, you know, sound good as they should. Maybe upgrade them. Kind of meditative thing for me, I think. Just enjoy the process a lot. And then if the guitar sounds great, and you know, if it's a friend of mine, they're happy that they have like basically almost a new guitar after this, or you know, just selling this stuff, because as I said, I have quite a few guitars, and yeah, I need to get rid of some of them because just too many. I don't even have space. I have like cases everywhere in my drawer there with a lot of guitars in there. Yeah. All right, let's take a look here. So this is a bridge, and it's actually made of wood. This thing here, it's a wooden tunematic bridge. Yeah, so, and it's also not being fixed. You gotta move it around and find out the real the good spot for it. One of the reasons this will probably not stay here. Sounds okay actually, but nah. Well, there are a lot of people like Beatles fans or just fans of vintage music stuff that enjoy these guitars, and if you want to buy it, let me know. Okay, it's an interesting bridge as well here. All right. Okay, I have to put it this way from the looks of it. So let me know what your Black Friday plans are. Do you have any? Are you buying something? I bought one thing until now, and this was long overdue. And this was an update to my Arturia V collection. I had the 9, and I also bought like 4 or 5 out of the synth since then. Synth, yeah, virtual synth, and basically they had a deal like could have updated for like $100 or something. So I said, okay, come on, you're gonna pull the trigger on that one. It's a no-brainer. And I also got even, I think, 2 synths more, and then this augmented instruments as well. And yeah, a lot of preset packs in there, a lot of sounds. So I definitely can recommend this. Yeah, also some of the synths were updated. Okay, where's my thing? Right now. Does it still work? Yeah, I think I will not apply this. Ah, here it is. All right. Just a sec. Switch sides here. Do you like the beat that I made just now? one playing in background. I just did a little Cookup with my MPC. Gotta be really careful about this one. Gotta give it more slack. Guess I gotta connect it to a tuner. This will work out. Okay. And I also think I'll put my awesome face somewhere else. Okay, like this, and then the face goes up here. And I can even make it bigger. Ooh. Okay, better like this? Let me know. Still trying to find out what the optimal settings for my streams are, or should be. Okay. God damn it! It's a. How can it? Ah, this is the third string. Alright. This is why. Oh, shit happens. Fortunately, they're still very fresh, the strings, so it shouldn't be an issue. Okay. Let's put it to the side, and I'll open the fourth string for now. Yeah, better. Okay. Yeah, let's make it a drop A. That would be fun. Okay. Seems alright. Let's go on with another. With a third string. A matches the key of the song. I gotta intonate that. That's for sure. And I'm afraid that the intonation is being done by readjusting the bridge, which cannot be fixed, by the way. It sounds like fun, doesn't it? Okay, so it's flat, meaning that I gotta move it back. Almost. Just Just a tiny bit more. Yeah, almost there. Almost perfect. Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. Okay, so probably this is not the worst idea to have like non-fixable bridge on your guitar, because you can readjust quickly. Or maybe it still is a bad idea. Okay. Second string. Afraid I gave it too much slack here. We'll see. The best tuning job here by yours truly. Gotta work. This bass is so fragile, you know, with a hollow body. I kind of am afraid it's gonna snap. It would be pity. Okay, the other end is not intonated very good. Way better. Let me know if you want me to connect this guitar and play through a bass amp or something like that. I will do that. Because I know that it sounds okay. But maybe we want to listen to this. Come on. Alright. Not exactly the way I wanted it to behave. Alright, gotta take this down for a second. Yeah, my winding is not very consistent with this guitar. It's usually better, but not tonight. Alright, so basically it's already intonated quite well. See, the strings need to stretch for a certain time. I'm not in a hurry, I don't need to bend them right now. Yeah, perfect intonation. Such an old guitar. Some fret buzz over there. Maybe I have to readjust the pickup or whatnot. All right, now let's cut the excess string. String cutter. It looks a bit better. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, also the distance, the clearance, and all the string height is ridiculous on this bass. Let me show you. See this? Flipping egg. But you can actually adjust the height. They thought about it. In Germany, we think about stuff. And so the thing about this, why Paul McCartney actually switched to this bass, because he played something else in the beginning, but since he was like a left-hand player, he had to find a bass that doesn't look ridiculous when you know, flip it on the left side, because they didn't build that many left-hand instruments back in the day, and he said that this was the less ridiculous form. I'm not sure that I do agree, but this was other time. You know, the 60s. So what can I do here with the clearance? Yeah, I obviously do not want to increase it even more. This is already too much. Well, maybe I can decrease it like this. No, it's increasing it. You don't want to do this at any cost. So, is there any possible way to do that? I don't believe so. Okay, but other than that, fresh strings, it even sounds nice. Kinda. Not sure about the tuning stability of the tuning packs that are about as old as my parents. Doesn't read the attack. Alright, let's appreciate this one bass guitar just for a moment. It's like finished like a real, you know, classical instrument. Beautiful sunburst. Also on the sides, you know, it has the binding. It's a 60s guitar made in Western Germany. And it basically got all the specs you would require from such an instrument back in the day, right? The original bridge as well. I mean, yeah, it looks kind of interesting, but it works. Works. I'm not sure about the tuning stability of this guitar, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let me see if I can connect it to the actual interface. Do I want to connect this to the universal audio, or do I want to run it through the RME? I think I'm gonna need a lunch dough then. Nah. I'll go straight into the UAT. The trade-off, you might be hearing me from one channel only for a while. But I hope we will survive that together. Right, I'm loading up some bass. Should I pick the MPEG? S53 Pro. Oh, yeah, it's not your vintage. Okay. Do I see any signal in there? I'm gonna check this from somewhere else. Maybe it's the console. I'm not for sure that it works. But if I turn this off, this will start playing. Nope. Okay. Maybe I have to adjust the input gain then. Oh yeah, here it goes. Let's turn on the amp then. Turn off the high pass. Okay, there's nothing working. Is the output that low, or what is happening here? Okay. Now, let me know if you can hear anything. Or do I have to add another signal source? This is what I'll do. Tone mixing. Not sure that this is working out. Turn off the M. No, it's way too high. Doesn't sound that bad, doesn't it? Maybe I should also pause the beat for now. What do you think? Well, even despite that there's a huge distance on the higher frets, the strings are pretty light, so it's not that of a big work to press them down. Gotta put in a tuner. I bet this is not what should be played on this bass. Ain't that bad, I must say. Plays better than I thought it would. Gotta like increase everything here. I want to mute my mic for now. Yeah. doesn't sound that bad. What do you think? I don't want to do a slap on this, but I just did it. Slight scratching on the tone pot, but it's not bad. I heard. Oh yeah. So there's some light scratching on the tone pot, but you know, I faced much more younger guitars that had more scratch. Oh yeah, just a sec, like this. Okay. All right, so I think I'm pretty done here with this bass. Not a lot of things that I can do, but I must say it does sound really cool. Okay, so let me see if you can hear me on both channels now. Yeah, you still should be hearing me left and right. Very well. Okay, so the first of the three guitars is now done. Finished. And I think it's a beautiful instrument, and it's also an expensive one. So, you know, the most recent basses by Hofner are not the cheapest. They're not that expensive as well, but let me just look it up. What such a Hofner violin bass would cost today? I mean the new one. I think it's called like something like 4001. Oh no, 500/1. Okay, so you kind of get them from 369 euros, but I'm not sure. Also, it's Ignition SE, it's not the 500, right? Let me look it up. Hofner 500 violin bass. Yeah, okay, so you've got the Beatles bass for like 700 euros and upwards. Artist violin bass would cost you almost 2K. There's a left hand as well. So the one from 700 is actually made in Germany. Well, it's a different setup. It's not the same, and I can't believe that an instrument of this class can be made in Germany with our wages. It's probably not possible. So probably, yeah, with the spacing of the pickups, it's more like around 2000-ish. I guess like there's one 1,888 euros, which has a very similar pickup spacing, and I think even the bridge looks kind of similar. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's one made in Germany. So not the cheapest instruments, as you see, like almost 2K. You can surely buy a great bass for this. Probably much better than Höfner. Well, no hate to the Höfner. So until now, I like it. I do understand why these guys cost money, right? But again, this one is from 1964 or 1965. So I'm gonna try and look it up. So the first thing I see is like the anniversary edition, which is a new one, would cost you over 4,000 euros. And then I see something on eBay, 1964 bass, basically the same I've got here. If I take a look at the, but in better condition than this one. Yeah, so it has this cellulose logo print, not print, but an actual cellulose. It's 3D, right? It's also damaged, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And it has like some kind of a little crack here, which doesn't, it's not a big issue. It plays good. Maybe it was repaired and just looks like that, but there's no excess movement on it. Yeah, so the finish has some slight crackles, which is probably almost impossible to avoid over the course of time, right? So, but there's one in a good condition, in a very good condition, I would also say, for 3,500 euros. And then there are some for less, but these are other models and they are not vintage, or not that vintage, because we're talking about 62 years or 61 year. This bass guitar is 61 years old. God damn it. So I'm looking at on the internet. Maybe I could share it with you so you can see what I'm doing right now. And let me put it up here. Or maybe just let me hide my face for now. So it's from 64, and here we go. This one is from 1967, and the guy wants almost 4K for this. There's a bass professor. Yeah, this one definitely looks like mine. But better shape and no price. There's one for 2,700, 1,700 rear, but I guess it's not really from 1960s. Otherwise, I don't know why it's so cheap. Or maybe Beetle bass case, Sonic twin coil. So, it's a Harley Benton. Okay. How the hell? What? Why is it Harley Benton? Is it Höfner thing? It's some BS. What do we have here? Okay, 1993. No, like Höfner 500. 1964. So there's one in the Netherlands for and 2K. But it's 1965. It's a newer model. Or not? No, it's the same model. Okay. In a good condition from the first look. Yeah, okay, it got the scratches. Yeah, it got somewhere. Yeah. So it's the same thing here that I've got. Slightly better condition. Not really. No, not better condition. It's also got some wear and tear. I want 4,000 for it, but you know the reverb prices are not always realistic. So I think realistically I could sell it maybe for like 3 grand. Not sure. I'll let you know when I sell it. If I sell it. All right. So this is now, I think, enough of this beautiful violin bass. Okay. Now let's put it back into the bag and take a look at the Epiphone and the Wax Mystery. All right, I'm back. Now, let's take a look at the Epiphone, shouldn't we? So what do we got here? Your regular Chinese-made Epiphone, from what I can tell. Seems to be the standard. Actually, I like SGs. Played quite a few really cool SGs. I mean the Gibson ones. And they're not that expensive, to be honest. So, I'm not sure I would want to keep a Epiphone SG, but it's finished pretty good. I think it has the Grover tuners. Yeah, the Grover tuners are on there, which are quality tuners. Maybe it even has Gibson pickups. Maybe it doesn't. Never know. Alright, first let's cut the... I'm afraid I'll have to cut the strings first. But you know what? First, maybe I should check if there's an issue with the sound. And if I'm playing an Epiphone, I guess I want to make a Marshall or even a Friedman V100. Gotta tune that and then we'll see what happens. All right. pickup. Alright, let's pause that awesome beat for a sec. Alright. Let's tune it first. Not sure I'm liking that Brainworks tuner. Is there a tuner built in and the Friedman plugin? I think so. I think there was something. Yeah, okay. Ain't that bad, isn't it? Doesn't sound that bad. And it has really old strings on it. Let's compensate for this with like adding slightly more treble. Presence. And although I'm sitting in front of a computer display and there is not that much noise, which would be the case if the waxing would be like, you know, molten away, so maybe it's not the wax. Sounds like an SG. It's pretty lightweight as well. Oh, that's an SG actually supposed to be. Doesn't feel like a cheap Asian instrument. Feels pretty solid, to be honest. The neck is also pretty thin and plays really nice. The clearance might be slightly better, but it doesn't bother me here. Nice guitar overall. So I don't hear any issues with electronics. So I think probably the pickups aren't damaged and wax comes from somewhere else. At least that's what I think. So this one I have to give some love. Okay, let's listen to the music again. Yeah, at first I gotta look up if there's any safe way to remove wax, because I didn't ever had any issues like this on the guitar surface. So let's ask ChatGPT, shouldn't we? So it's a poly finish, so it's rough. Gonna take a hair dryer. Yeah, I think that's what I gotta take. So I'll go pick myself a hair dryer and come right back. Stay tuned. Okay, got myself an air dryer here. And I'll probably mute my microphone for the cleaning part. I'm not sure I want to hear that. Or do you? Okay, so now I'm gonna clean the guitar with a hairdryer and some towel. So I will mute myself for the time being. Okay, let's find out. No signal should be cast. Still got some signal here. Why is that? Muting myself? Okay, then I'll turn down the fader. All right, this went off quite well, but I still gotta reach other spots with the wax. I'm not sure that I want to spend this guitar really new strings for now, so I'll try to take them off without damaging them. Thing is, because I'm selling it anyway, and it's not an expensive guitar, so I'll try to not spend more money than necessary. Okay. Yeah, trying to remove strings non-destructively. What's that? Oh, weird. Okay. So I guess the bridge also stuck. Why? I don't know. Is it the construction? Because it's rotating easily. Whatever. We're moving the bridge now. Needs more slack. Just broke a string, I'm afraid. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Still got 5 left. Oh, come on. Come off. Piece of... So which of them? Now, here we go. Running backs on the metal parts. Nope. Looking good. Now let's take a closer look in here. A lot of wax in here. I'll take a look if I can remove the bulk of it without heating. I don't want to accidentally heat up the actual wax in the pickup. I have a non-destructive way to remove that. The answer is maybe. Okay. I'm afraid there's still certain danger that could damage the surface, so let's not do that. Let's be careful. Maybe I should grab a plastic card. This could work out. For a weird reason, it's very satisfactory to do this. I don't know why. Still don't know what might have happened to this. Why does wax overall everywhere? I don't get it. I simply don't get it. We're getting there. I'll still have to melt the rest of the wax from the surface. Because I'm afraid I won't be able to remove everything with the plastic card. But we'll see about that. let's blow some cold air. Okay, cleaner, but not ideal. Not ideal yet. Okay, now let me mute the mic again, and then I'll blow away the rest of it. Okay. Oh well, this looks much better now, doesn't it? Oh, there's some residue as well here. Just a little. Just a little bit. Okay, I think this is enough. This should be sufficient. But I really want to know if this wax is coming really from under the pickups. I actually cannot believe this because they're pretty tight, screwed on. So there's basically no place, no gap where it could flow through, at least in my opinion. Might be wrong, so let's check it out. Now I got a goddamn box everywhere here. Even on my MPC, oh no. Gotta clean up afterwards. Okay, now I need a screwdriver. See if this one fits. Nope. Here's the smaller one. Got nothing in the chat. Okay. Okay, so there's even wax at the end of the screw. So there might be more to it than I thought. I'm really excited to find out if it's coming from there or not. What do you guys think? Alright, so yep. Well, not really yet. So there is some wax here inside, but not that much. And what I think, so let's imagine it was standing, and if it was standing all the time, and it was like in the sun for a long period of time, and it was a hot day or maybe a week or more, and the wax would basically go out from the pickup, its lower part here, Not sure if you can see that, but just at the lower end of it. So there's no wax on the upper side of the pickup pocket, just on the bottom, which makes sense if the guitar was standing in the sunlight. And you gotta that wax melting, but on the other hand, it's just melting from one side. No, not one side, but yeah, just like in the middle. And no, it's middle. It's soldering. However, what I'm thinking, is it even possible that the wax would like just come in from somewhere under the screws? I'm not sure. So the odds are indeed that the wax is coming out of the pickups, which is, to be honest, the first time I'd ever see that. If you have another explanation, tell me. Okay, so what if you imagine that the pickup was like here, and then somebody dripped the wax. How the hell is it supposed to come over in it? I'm guessing. I mean, to find out absolutely exactly, I probably have to like dismantle the pickup. I'm not sure I'd want to do that, to be honest with you. And another thing is that the pickup doesn't sound bad. You know, I pretty dig the sound of it, for an Epiphone at least. It doesn't, well, I just want to try. I was trying to say it doesn't sound like a Gibson, but the truth is, you never know how a Gibson will sound. Right? There are Gibson guitars that are sounding stellar, and there are some that suck. All right, I've got even more wax underneath here. So, should I unscrew that? You know what? When we're at it, let's do this too. Or not. Do you guys see it ever before? See it happen ever before with the wax and the pickup? Just like flowing out of it because of the heat of the sun, or for any other mystical reasons? Let me know. But I think this is probably the case with this guitar. Yeah, never saw that before. I mean, never. And well, another argument why this could be true is that the pickguard is deformed as well, and it seems like it's deformed because of temperature. We'll find it out pretty soon. More wax on the back side here as well. Gonna clean it off. Towel. No, we'll have to use a dryer here too, unfortunately. Let me save you years. All right, I'm back. Now let's open up the second pickup pocket, because there's some slight blacks. There's a G2. And I've got same picture here. Basically the same stuff here from the same side. So maybe it wasn't just like standing, but much more was like, I don't know, lying on the side or what. I still kind of wrap my mind around on how this happened. But I can see that there's wax all over here on the hardware, so something weird did happen here. It's exactly the same spot on the pickup, by the way, so don't think that this is just a coincidence. Interestingly, there's something red in the wax here. Weird stuff. Some cold air. So the interesting thing about this is that I actually tend to like the old pickups on Gibsons and Fenders that weren't waxed. I think kind of have a more open top end. They are obviously noisier. You really have to like watch out, or noise is everywhere. But on the other hand, I like that slightly more open sound a lot. So this actually makes this guitar more attractive to me. I'm still not keeping it. Alright, I was so smart that I threw the screws away. Yeah. I don't see the screws where they went. Sure. One. Oop. Even more wax here on the surface. And I need to find the fourth goddamn screw. For an unknown mystical reason it landed in my shoe. Don't ask. Don't ask. Alright, we got that. Still some wax left here in the surface. I want to probably clean it up as well. Come on. All right, that looks much better now. Or let's say, looks better now. Right, now last thing that bothers me is this deformed pickguard. I gotta see if I can do something about it. I see it's a dual layer one for whatever reason that is. Let's unscrew this as well and take a look under the hood. Then I gotta clean up. Then I guess I won't be doing the third guitar today because it's getting late and the stream is already like 2.5 hours, if not longer. Yeah, almost 3 hours by now. I think that's more than enough. But I will maybe just utter a few words regarding my recommendations as of Black Friday. So, as I said, I have a lot of gear. But even if I wouldn't have a lot of gear, but I will have like less gear, let's say. This is still, in my opinion, really important to know your gear, no matter how much you have it. The tools that you have, you should know to bits, because otherwise, you keep buying and buying stuff, but you don't get better making music. Yes, you might have more sounds, you might have some better sounds from scratch, but the thing is that you might get great sounds with what you have already. So yeah, Black Friday is a cool thing to get something that you really aspired with, something that you really wanted to get, right? But I would suggest, and that's what I'm doing, is to buy some courses. So what courses are these? Well, basically what you're interested in, what you're doing with your music, right? If you're into electronics, like I am, then I would recommend, and this is not an ad or something, because I'm gonna buy it myself. I tried out the Syntorial 2 synth tutorial, like interactive app. I like it a lot, and I mean, I do know a thing or two about synthesizers. I'm by no way like a synth guru or something, not a great synth sound designer, but I can get any synthesizer sound the way I want, mostly. And then again, this is like more complex, where you really understand all the basics and all the details. So this is something that I'm gonna buy. I also already bought the Guitar Course by Bernth, whatever, the guitar guy from YouTube. Very impressive, and I play guitar for over 20 years, I think, by now, and playing in the studio. I made like 200 gigs or something, tours and whatnot. I got some chart entries as well, but this guy is definitely better, and if I can learn something from him to improve my playing, then I will do. Another thing is also maybe some mixing courses that I would recommend. You've got to find a good one and use one, because there's a lot of stuff that sounds good in the tutorial, sounds good when the people showing that on some commercial recorded tracks and whatnot, and then you basically can apply it to the stuff that's in this recording, but when you try to apply a different recording, it won't work, or won't work that good. So this is the thing you gotta look really that this meets your musical preferences and all, and even then maybe it makes more sense to have like one-on-one lessons or group lessons in a studio where they will actually teach you and you can ask questions. I think this is more valuable. So for me, this year's Black Friday is mostly learning. I do want to learn my gear to the bit. I want to be able to use it blindly and get the results in seconds. And this is not just about synth or not just playing guitar. I'm also really concentrating on the FabFilter 4, for example, the Q4. It's a great equalizer and all with this dynamic EQ function, which I know how it functions, but there's even more to it. So I want to explore it to the bits so I can get the most out of it. Same thing for the UAD Distressor plugin, which I also kind of, know myself around with because I use it all the time. But I want to learn all of it, like all it can do. Same thing with the Master Bus plugins, with the SSL channel, with LN1176 plugin, LA2 plugin, all this stuff, just to know exactly when and how to use it and be able to get exactly the sound what I want, and also to know exactly what to expect when and in which situations, so to work even faster, efficiently, more efficient, this kind of stuff. So I already doing some learning right now. I try to take 40 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour if I can a day to just learn one thing, be it like a synth course or a plugin course or an MPC course or whatever. By the way, if you are thinking about getting an MPC, this is a great time right now because this MPC Live 3 was introduced to get the used ones much cheaper right now. So if you were thinking about grabbing yourself an MPC, now is a great time. Okay, gonna clean this up also a bit. Yeah, so that's my advice to you. No matter how experienced you are, you can still do better. You can still learn something new, get better, and potentially, and this is one of the biggest benefits for the Black Fridays afterwards, and if you learn your stuff, you will see that you don't need that much gear, don't need that much software, that you will be able to achieve the most results with the stuff you already have, right? Or you will at least see that, okay, like you have those limitations because this tool, this software, this instrument from inside out, and okay, these are the limitations and I need something else that this particular piece of gear cannot do. And then, of course, it's fully plausible to then acquire a piece of gear that does that, right? But then you know it and do it not because of gear acquire syndrome, not because of an impulse, buy, but you need this tool to achieve this goal, and you don't have any other tools that do that. And then you wait until it's get cheaper, or you don't wait if you need it like now, and then buy this and then learn that and see what's the limitations of that. And just after you reach the point where you say, okay, now this does what I need, but I need something else now, and this doesn't, and maybe then you buy something else. And I guess it will be not that much, so this is my advice too if you want to save money. Another thing is having too much gear is cool. It's definitely nice to have a lot of guitars, a lot of synths. It's fun. But from my experience, it doesn't necessarily make you more productive. I'll tell you what, I recorded my first album when I was 16, and I had exactly one guitar. It was a cheap Jackson GS1 Dinky. I had one multi-effects unit, a Digitech RP50, which was okay sounding, I had a cheapo USB audio interface from Tascam. And during the first album, I even think I didn't have the bass guitar. I just used an octaver on the RP50. And at this time, I also had a synthesizer, also a Casio HT9000, which sounded awful. This was all I had. But I was doing a lot of music. I also had FL Studio, I think 4 or 5. And I was very productive at the time. I was doing a lot of stuff, like 2 or 3 songs a day sometimes, right? And over years, I gathered more and more equipment. I have a lot of cool guitars, a lot of cool amps, software, hardware synth, all that good stuff. And I'm not that fast anymore. I had periods of time where I was searching, you need this guitar to achieve this sound and blah. So I concentrated more on like sound and actual songwriting. And I'd wish that I have done more songs that maybe wouldn't sound as good, but I would have more songs. So yeah, this is my advice to you, concentrate on what matters. Make music and don't make yourself too dependent on the gear that you don't have. Just choose what you have and you'll come a long way. Right, so I think this big art cannot be saved. Just kind of deformed. I could glue it together, but I don't want to. That's okay. Let's just screw it back on. Or should I glue it? You know what? Come on, let's glue it. Not sure this will work out, but I will try. Put away the guitar for now. probably gonna need something heavy to put on it. I should just... yeah, I'll do that. Let's hope this works out. I still need to clean it up. Unfortunately, it doesn't do much. I try to fill in this gap in here. Let's wait a bit. Nah, this ain't holding. Or does it? What about here? Nope, it won't hold. Guess it's just the way it is here. Gotta take some alcohol to clean this up. I'm guessing the best thing you could do is just replace this thing, but I won't be doing that for sure. better now, doesn't it? Fuck. Well, it got slightly better, but it still ain't good. Right before I put the guitar back on, I want to get rid of all the backs. Okay, well, gonna clean the headstock now. looks better. Now the fingerboard looks tidy actually, but let's just go give it a quick clean, you know, just to make sure. Other than that, looks perfectly fine actually. And I also want to clean the guitar body too after I did all that waxing or deboxing, whatever we want to call it, or whatever we want to call it. Let's do that as well, just a quick clean up. It's a nice guitar. The finish is made quite well. I mean, I saw Gibson's manufactured worse, so I actually cannot say anything that bad about the guitar, to be honest with you. Good instrument. Okay, let's get a short, fast clean. I could potentially apply some lemon oil to the fingerboard, but it doesn't look dry or bad, to be honest, so there's probably no need for that. Now to find out how this happened. All right, I will string it at the end, and I think this is not very interesting for you to look at. Let me just screw this back on here, and then we'll be wrapping up. Oh, the fully developed L6s. I'm not sure what you are talking about, Stuart. You have to Google that. Or remind to write me a comment. Okay, good. Now fairly cut them. Doesn't make sense like this. Or I'll remove them and then I'll attach some new. That's probably even a better idea. And since I broke one string, I'll have to replace that. But it's better than replacing them all, I guess. Good. Come on. Stop screwing around. Touch the bridge now. Connect the tuner here. to adjust the height. Okay, you know what? I need to find this out. Okay. So it's getting late here, so I will do the third guitar on a different day. I think we're almost heading to 4 hours right now, so I'll be wrapping up soon. So if you had any questions, then ask them now. Okay. Alright, need just one more string here. And then I'm done. Got a few spare strings here. I'm not sure I have the right gauge. 28. Nope. 13. Oh, wow. That is probably too thick. No, that's the only one I have here. The spares. Yeah, that's to do then. Where's the old string actually? Doesn't matter. So although the 13 is thicker than the B string here, right? I don't care about that now. Okay. Are we done yet? I guess so. All right, cool. I think this one's done. Just let go of excess string here. And here. And here. And here. All right. Well, I would claim that this guitar now looks much nicer and cleaner than it looked before. So I can sell it like this. Again, it's a good guitar, but I'm not keeping it just to have too many guitars. Okay, we're heading to 4 hours and it's late in the night here. So I'm gonna wrap up, call it a day. And thanks everyone for watching and participating. I hope you liked that format and it will count to the next stream as well. And for now, cheers, have a great day, hit like and subscribe.